Welcome to Outside the Booth,
Hey now.
where we talk to DJs about their life and experiences. My name is DJ Korrek, alongside the lovely BX.
Hey now.
Two St. John's alum.
Yes.
Proud St. John's
Yes.
alum right now.
And we won last
We
night.
can actually say that right now. That's kind of crazy.
9 straight.
Yeah.
9 straight wins.
DJ Knuckles will be here next show.
Next show.
So shout out to him.
Yes.
Shout out to our guy Sebastian on the boards. Shout out to Thotty. Shout out to DWI. Shout out to the Matrix Studios. Shout out to Party101.9.com. Shout out to Commish Radio. And shout out to all of our listeners on YouTube and Twitch.
Spotify.
All
all that.
Yeah, all that good
Streaming live everywhere.
stuff. Streaming live everywhere. Thanks for watching us again. And thanks for listening to us. And follow us, like us, review us. Give us 5 stars. If you tend to give us 4 stars, I believe that you're hating.
Just hating. Give us some love. Show us some love.
Yeah, show us some love.
Show us some love.
Today,
Hey now.
we have a special guest who actually is a college basketball watcher like I am.
Yes.
We definitely watch sports outside of what we do in our day-to-day lives, right? This is my Brooklyn brother. He's also a member of the Union DJs. Ladies and gentlemen, my homie DJ Korrek is
Hey
here.
now.
Hey. Thank you guys for having me, man.
Thank you for coming.
Have a good
Correct.
time.
This is episode 15.
Okay.
You are the first. There were guests that I did not know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you were the first guest that I have not known for 20 years.
Yes.
It's
Finally.
close, though.
It's close, though.
No,
It's
you don't
very
understand.
close.
You don't understand. I've known this guy for 20 years.
Yeah.
I know him
feels
for
like 20 though.
It feels like a good
25
20.
It
plus.
feels like 20.
Oh, God. But, hey, listen. Anybody that comes in here, I made that pledge last time when Dubs was on here. Every time he say he's known you for $20, 20 years, I'm giving somebody $20.
You know that was for 20 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is what I'm saying. It's like,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, since 03.
Everybody that comes in here is 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years.
Dubs and Famous, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
We were doing parties together.
What year we talking?
Like
20 years
03.
ago.
Really?
2003,
If
4.
I'm correct, I met you around 2007 or
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
You was already DJing at the time.
Yeah, definitely.
So my question to you is, there's 2 questions.
There
The
you
first
go.
question, I always got to ask you the first question. Always got to ask DJs the first
Because we
question.
must know.
How did you get your name?
And for me, for this one, where did the spelling come from?
I knew you were going to ask about the spelling.
Where did the spelling come from?
The name. This is going to be so not cool or whatever, but I really don't remember.
You really don't?
I don't really.
Finally.
I don't remember how I came up with that name. I know I had quite a few names before
Okay.
before I got to Korrek, but none of them were really sticking. I had DJ Digi, short for digital,
Okay.
and I had Burke Holiday.
Wait,
which is
wait,
my-
wait. Where was Burke Holiday? What is that from? What were you watching on TV that you took it?
Nothing. They had a DJ named Trev Hollywood. I thought that was cool, so
Okay.
I kind of took that. And my first name is Berkeley.
Oh, okay.
So I took the Burke because most guys call me Burke. Nobody calls me Berkeley, only women. So I kind of did that. Then I realized I don't really want my government name in there, so I took that out and somehow came up with Korrek around 02.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
Nice.
yeah. But the spelling, I just wanted to be different, to be honest with you. I've always felt the way about the way things are spelled, and they don't really need to be spelled that way. So I wanted to be definitely different with that. I remember trying to change it because people kept getting it wrong. And I spoke to S1 about it.
I remember that.
I spoke to S1 about
Yeah.
it. I was like, yo, should I change it? He's like,
Like,
no.
nah, absolutely not. Like
They gotta get it right. They gotta get it right. They got to get it right.
That's the story
That's what
about the
made you
name.
stand out. Like,
You think so? Listen,
I mean, that's one of the reasons.
I mean, I found you easy when I saw how to spell your name. So, I mean, you can't find the wrong DJ if you're spelling correct with a K.
yeah.
right.
People always mispronounce it, though. Always.
But it's not
Always,
correct?
It is correct, but they say correct, or they try to say something that as plain as it is.
People still say commish wrong.
Really?
How do they say commish wrong?
Comish.
Get the hell
Yeah,
out of here.
Always.
see? Sounds about right.
All the time. I don't even correct them no more. I'm like,
Me neither.
Whatever.
Me neither.
You should hear people say my government name. They butcher it. They butcher it. I'm Tawanda, Tijuana, Twana. It's
See?
terrible.
See?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that's crazy. So I was researching you a little bit.
Okay.
And I see that you studied a lot of DJs
I did.
growing up.
I did. I started partying, giving away my age a little bit, in like the mid '90s. So
That's
I've
all right.
been
We all
outside.
look good for our age. God, say yo.
So I've been outside since the mid '90s partying.
Okay.
So, my brothers are all DJs. So we're like a family of DJs.
Mm-hmm.
So it just came naturally. So just going to parties, mostly Caribbean, because I'm Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
and Brooklyn. The whole Crown Heights Flatbush thing.
Mm-hmm.
So watching them first,
Mm-hmm.
and then finally getting to Manhattan and like, oh wow, this is completely different from the Caribbean scene.
Mm-hmm.
So that explains a lot to me. So like, again, when I met you, you was already DJing in the city,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, how did you get started? You got started through your family.
Yes.
So
All
what
my
was your
brothers.
family DJ name?
They
Is
had
that
a-
where Correction Entertainment came from?
No, I just was trying to be clever again.
Ah.
Put the name and the whole thing together. I'm trying to remember, like my brothers. Well, their sound name is, because they have a sound which is like a West Indian, Jamaican
Okay.
kind of thing. Once again, like with big speakers and all of that stuff back in the day. So they had a sound called Unity, and my brother Marvin's been DJing since the '80s.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lot older than me, and I remember banging on the walls like, stop playing that, because I hated Caribbean music. I grew up in the
Really?
Nah,
And you're from the Caribbean.
hated it. Soca, reggae, I hated it.
Get out.
Hated it growing up. Hated it.
Why?
Because I just didn't like it. Like I didn't come, like it wasn't played in my house other than my brother. My parents didn't play it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I didn't, when he came in and started playing it, it was like, yo, turn that off. We're banging on the wall.
So it was you doing it instead of your parents telling you to turn it down.
Yes, all the time, banging on his wall, turning. But then when he would leave, I'd go in the room and, chicka, chicka.
And then that was it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite genre of music to DJ? Now is it everything, or you still
It's
don't like
definitely
Caribbean?
still hip hop and R&B, but reggae just comes easiest for me. Like that's
Okay.
just like I could do it without trying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are some of the DJs that you studied coming up, and who's your top 5 that are alive DJs?
I really don't want to name a top 5. To be honest.
Who's your top 5? It doesn't have to be in any particular order, but who are your favorite 5 DJs then?
I'll give you 2. I'll meet you halfway. I'll give you 2.
Two and a half.
C. Mr. C is my favorite DJ of all time.
Okay.
R.I.P. Mr. C.
Yep.
He's my favorite DJ of all time. I would go to parties specifically just because he was DJ.
He would
Didn't
turn
matter
up.
how many girls were there, how many people were there. When I first started DJing, I was like, I want to go hear him. And then probably Self was one of my favorite DJs to also listen to.
Okay.
So those two are like,
Well, those are 2 showmen. Like when they're on the turntables, they
Yes.
have a great time behind the mic and on
Yes.
the turntables. Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't have 3 more in you.
Not really. I mean, there are people that influenced me. Chaos, Kamish, who took me under the wing. S1, another one who took me under the wing when I was coming up.
That's 5.
But then there are like the Caribbean DJs that I learned from, like the Stone Loves and these guys. So I took a little bit from everybody and
Okay.
made my own style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
I'm still shocked over the whole Caribbean.
Caribbean,
thing.
he don't like
Yeah.
Caribbean?
Let me tell you a story. Like when I got to high school, like I still hated reggae music, but like that's what all the girls were into. So I was like,
Yeah, I'm like, you were in Brooklyn. Like, I
I
Them
gotta start
basement
listening to
parties,
this,
them
man.
basement parties is where the
Yeah.
action
So
was.
that's when I first started listening to it. I was like, oh, that's not that bad. Oh, okay. And that's how I got into it.
Oh, okay.
wow, wow.
When did you realize that you made it? Like, when was that moment that you had coming up as a DJ and you said, this is what I'm going to do. I don't have to work a regular job. Like, this is it. did you have an aha moment, or did you just decide to just jump and have a leap of faith?
I kind of had a leap of faith, but I also like it was an uphill battle for me because I didn't know promoters, I didn't know people, because I wanted to get to Manhattan. I didn't know anybody.
Okay.
So slowly but surely it happened. And I remember when my wife told me, we weren't married at the time, she's like, you got to get a car because I'm tired of driving you, because I started doing parties every day. And she's like, I'm not driving you. I'm not a night person. I don't want to be here. We get into fights at night. So you got to learn to drive, get a car. And that's when I was like, all right, I made it. Like, this is going to be it. And that was it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how I met him. So I met him.
Let me see if you remember. You get the story right.
I don't remember exactly where. I can't tell you that. But what I will tell you is that you were on a different circuit completely.
Yeah, I was doing like a lot of white lounges and bars.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me that you wanted to do more, what we call urban events at the time. And I remember looking at you and I'm like, why would you want to do that? I was like, yo, it's super crowded over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of that space because I wanted to be a little bit more well-rounded. But you was like, yo, this is what I want to do. I was like, okay. I can introduce you to a few people. It's not a problem.
Yeah, he definitely did. It was Wish 26.
Wish 26.
It
wow,
was
it was
Wish
Wish
26.
I remember
Wow.
that club.
It was
Wow.
Wish 26.
Me and Athena used to go there.
Everybody went there.
He didn't know I was DJ because I got there and I'm like, where the turntable or whatever I said. And then you came, you were like, who's he?
Right.
To Jamar. And,
Oh, okay.
and he was
Okay.
like, Jamar's like, he's going to open for you today. And he was like, all right. And after
I'll
the
tell
party.
I'll tell you why I was upset. I was upset because I didn't know you was coming.
Yeah, I
If
didn't
I had,
tell you.
if I had known you was coming, I would have came late.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, is this during the angry DJ carrying crates commish?
No.
Or is this Serato commish?
But he
This
was
is
always
Serato.
angry.
I was always angry.
He was always angry. He's always angry.
The angry
I've
DJ
seen
is
him,
crazy.
like-
I know him to be so calm. I would have never picked up on him being the angry DJ.
Kamish is one of the dudes that I like. I've seen people come to the booth and he gives them a look.
Yes,
I was
know
like,
the look.
damn.
I know the look. I just didn't know that was angry. I just thought it was like a straight face.
No. I mean, sometimes people,
Yeah,
some people ask you some crazy things, and at the wrong time. Like,
that's a fact, definitely.
like if you especially if you in a room and you rocking and somebody
Make a request.
make a
unnecessary.
crazy request
Disturbing your peace.
that's disturbing everything. You know what I mean? Like, people don't. There's no etiquette on that. Like, people don't have any etiquette on that. Like, they don't.
Especially now because the crowd can get to the DJ booths, and it wasn't always like that
No, it
before.
wasn't.
I would have a security guard there that like I'd either be like nope, or I'd send one of my friends or somebody to be like, see what they want.
Yep.
But now like everybody
come
has
right to
access
you
to you.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's one of your biggest pet peeves being a DJ, or something crazy that happened to you that you was like, never again is this going to happen again, that you put a stop to?
Oh man, wow. I'd have to really think about that. Pet peeves though, people rushing parties, like that's like a really big deal for me. Like just rushing the party, like opening DJs, rushing the party, like the whole structure of a party was a certain way and now it's broken down, so it's a free for all. I come in a club at 2:30 and the club's empty and I'm like, this is supposed to be prime time.
Right.
Because the energy's turned up at the beginning of the party, so by the middle of the party, people are tired. They've heard all the records they want. They're going home now. You know
We
what I mean?
old now.
Even the younger crowds, though, like the clubs are now 2:00. A lot of them, they're not
Yeah.
even. It's so that's a big thing for me, like rushing the party. I had to check a couple of dudes. A couple of times, and not because I can't play around it. It's just that it's not good for the party.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a break real quick.
Yep.
We're going to come back, get to know DJ Korrek more.
Yes, I'm
Get
here.
his name correct. It's your girl BX, DJ Kamish. This is Outside the Booth. We'll be right back.
Snap. Shout out to DJ Snap. He said He said what's up to us. So,
What's up, Snap?
So,
Union time.
Yeah, he's also
A union DJ?
Yeah,
Let me tell you. Let me tell you, the union is so deep.
Yes.
Every time I was like, wait, they're in the union too? He's in the union. How many DJs are in the union?
I have no clue.
That's crazy.
When I joined, it wasn't that many, but now it's a lot.
I think Will said it was like 80.
It's nationwide now,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's not nationwide. It's
not?
It's multinational. There's a couple of people in Canada too.
Canada.
Oh, so y'all worldwide.
We got England as well. We got London.
Yep.
I love this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love this. I want to be a DJ in the union now, just because I want to be able to, have a
gonna
drop
get you
and
a
say,
shirt.
"It's the union time." I want that shirt.
I got you.
I thank you. I thank you.
So let's go back a little bit. You said that when you started on a mainstream scene, you switched over. Do you have any regrets on that?
No, absolutely not.
Do you feel like that was the right decision?
Yeah, because it's what I really wanted to do. My heart wasn't in the other scene. It just wasn't.
What was the thing that was like, this is not for me?
Them telling you what to do, mainly like the record you could play, stay within this box. And the talking on the mic, you can't really talk on the mic. They really hate that. Like my style just wasn't. It wouldn't work with them. I go through records fast at times, so they don't like that either. Play the records out. Yeah. So
many restrictions.
A lot of restrictions. I don't like restrictions.
Neither do I. So what you do to overcome those restrictions?
I kind of ignore them, depending on where I'm at. Because there's a time and place for everything.
Right.
So if I'm in a club, I'm pretty much gonna do what I want. But if I'm doing a corporate event or private event, I'm gonna stay within the guidelines.
What's your favorite event to work or a concert venue?
You mean like a venue?
Yeah,
They
what's your
don't really
favorite?
have any anymore.
Not anymore, but
Yeah.
Canal Room was one of my favorite, just because of the sound system. Canal Room was
crisp.
One of my favorites. But party-wise, is probably my home for 4 years was Rebel.
Okay.
Right by Madison Square Garden. So that was probably my best.
Your favorite?
Venue. Yeah.
So what's on your bucket list? What's next for DJ Korrek?
I actually want to do some stuff like what Commission's doing, which is throwing my own events more, but specific type of events, catered towards people more of my demographic and age group. So
similar to what I'm,
Yes.
my 2,000 watts in South in the City. Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Definitely want
I
to
can't
do
wait for that.
more stuff like that, and take it nationwide. So like I found a group of people, shout to the Block Association, Carlito and Zoe, that share that same vision, and we're gonna make that happen.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's
gotcha.
dope.
That's dope.
So
That's
what's
dope.
3 things fans don't know about Korrek?
I am an introvert.
Really?
I don't do well around people. Like
I believe that.
I'm to myself. Like I used to go to industry events and I'd be off in the corner while everybody's networking, just looking at my phone or whatever. So, yeah, I'm very moody. Most people don't get the lash of that like my family does. And I'm extremely moody.
Really?
Yes.
So you're not a morning person at all?
Um,
Or is it just that you just moody and it just comes and it goes?
I'll say this. My family will tell me once I take a nap, I wake up, I'm a different person.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm angry. It takes me a while to get rolling. If that makes sense. It takes me a while to get rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I get that. I get that. I'm pretty much the same way with that.
I think it's all DJs, you know?
Yeah. It's like an old car. Like you gotta let the car warm up.
Warm up, you gotta let it warm up.
Yeah, it's like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So just let us know, how did becoming one of the union DJs, how did that come about?
S1 actually.
S1 is the connect.
Yes.
Well,
S1.
let's backtrack before we even get to the union. You was a part of a different group before that.
Yes.
Right.
IMS. I was with Snatch One, had a crew called IMS. And
That was you too.
Yeah, we was all in it together.
He came to me once and he asked me if I'd be interested, and I had my own crew at the time, so I was like, "Well, you got to take my whole crew." He's like, "No."
You had your own crew at the time.
I did. Franchise DJs. I did. I had my own crew. He's like, "No."
Okay.
So then I was like, I talked to my crew, and they were like, if you get down with his crew, it'll probably be better for us because it'll open more doors or whatever. So then me and Snatch, S1, Snatch One, whatever, spoke again, and I was like, all right, I'll come on. And it was a great move because he showed me the ins and outs of the DJ business, like the business side of it.
Right.
You know, which I was never really good at as well. I was just into playing music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, DJ business is a business.
Yeah.
So is that how Correction Entertainment came about after learning the business?
Yeah. Well, that came about because I wanted to I was throwing parties.
Mm-hmm.
So, you needed a promotion name, and, that's how that really came about, Correction Entertainment.
And you still do that now?
Not as often because it's a lot of work throwing parties.
Dubs and I we was talking about that last week, 2 weeks ago. Man. It's a lot of work. What's the main changes that you feel is a difference between now and maybe pre-COVID?
As far as throwing parties or just the club scene in general?
Those are two different questions. So as far as throwing parties, and then we could get to that in a minute.
The way everybody, I'll probably say even before COVID, like the way the promotion happens, like it's all social media now, people don't actually go out and meet new people to invite to their events. It's kind of like, here's my flyer, come to my party. People don't actually go out, hey, what's up, how you doing? I'm a promoter, I throw parties, you should come through, I'll comp you, whatever. Like, they don't do that anymore. It's not personal anymore.
It's not personal.
Everything's through a click, a like, and a list.
I have a whole list of issues with the nightlife industry.
I mean, we all do to a certain degree. We could talk about it. It's fine. I mean, there's a lot going on within the nightlife industry, or lack thereof.
Clubs closing.
Taj,
Katra.
I know.
But
that's the same owner, right?
Yes.
Taj and Katra, that's why.
Yep.
So that makes sense why they both closing at the same time. So I see. I've heard you're not a huge Kendrick Lamar fan.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's not a Kendrick Lamar fan. So I want to know why, and then how do you feel about him performing at the Super Bowl this year?
With the Super Bowl, I think he's earned it.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely earned it. I'm not a big fan just because I'm just really not into his music. I've tried, and it just doesn't really do it for me. As far as with the Drake stuff, the record is cool. I play it.
Which one? Not Like Us?
Not Like Us. Yeah,
okay.
But my thing always been with battle records and diss records, when you make it really personal, like I kind of check out.
Okay.
That's why I've always took Takeover over Ether. Like, if you keep it on, music.
So you like Takeover over Ether? It's not a Brooklyn Queens thing.
Nah, I was never really a big Jay-Z guy, to be honest with you.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, nah.
So it's like two of the biggest artists in hip hop he's not a fan of. So who else are you not a fan of in this industry? Or who is your favorite artist?
Biggie's my favorite artist.
Well, he dead. So now who?
Well, for me, it was always Biggie, Prodigy. They're both dead. Those are my two favorites. And then there's Nas, Jay-Z.
You like Nas?
I do. I'm a big Nas guy.
I'm not a big Nas person.
Why not?
Yeah.
Are you a big hip hop person?
I'm a big hip hop person, but Nas is just like, I'm a party person. Like, I need party tunes.
Okay.
So it's like Nas is just like chilling with your boys and everybody just watching a fight, and then you got Nas on. It's like you're not listening to Nas in the barbershop. You're not listening to Nas in the hair salon. I mean, nobody's going to a DJ and asking to put on a Nas track.
Very rarely. Yo, you know what Reg West would always say? Reg West would say, shout out to DJ Reg West, he'd say Nas in the car, Jay-Z in the club. If that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's about right.
But because I'm not gonna say that.
So you was in the club. That's what you're basically saying. You was in the club and not in the car.
I'm in the club all the time, and I was driving to the club. And when I was in the car, I was not playing Nas.
Not playing Nas. My boy would tell me that too. If I'm playing Nas, yo, you blowing my high.
You
man.
killing me with this.
Really?
Like, what are you doing, bro?
Wow.
Like, he's a laid back.
time.
It's like you can't
He doesn't have party
pregame.
records like
You
that.
can't
You know
pregame with Nas. Like, what are we doing?
I understand that, but you gotta hear something, right?
What?
Like, you gotta hear
what you
something.
Gonna do? I Rule the World with Lauryn Hill's the closest he came to like something dancing.
That's a lie.
Which one?
That's a lie. He had a joint with Genuine. What are you talking about?
But Shorty,
he had Made You Look.
That's the.
What are you talking about?
That's not club songs. That's not to make
Made You
dance.
Look. I can still
to
play
get
that.
in the club.
Yes.
Still play it.
Yes.
In the club.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes.
Not shut up, but shut up.
Yes. That remix with Jadakiss and Ludacris.
Yeah.
Ludacris
Once
body
the
the
beat
whole
drops,
joint.
it's crazy.
No, see, but he need help. That song needed help.
Everybody need help. What are you talking about?
What about that song without
Kendrick
them?
need help.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Listen,
I'm
Kendrick
kidding.
just-
West Coast don't kill me.
Kendrick just bodied the whole.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't win a Grammy off a diss record. How is that even possible? That's
changed the game.
He's the first person to do that.
Yeah. And he got 5 Grammys off that.
And the song is not even on the album. It's just like, I just want this out here.
Listen. Shout out to Kendrick.
They
winning
found it. They
5
found his father that
Grammys.
night. They found.
Winning 5 Grammys.
I was just in Canada too. Oh my God, poor Drake.
Yeah. Canada's a great place. I still love Canada though.
Yeah, we love Canada. And we're going to get to talking with DJ Korrek when we
Yes.
get back. It's your girl BX, Kamish, and this non-Kendrick loving man over here, and this Nas bumping man over here who also plays Too Short.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Sure.
I can't do him either. But we'll be right back, y'all.
That's the Eagles theme song.
Outside the booth, all right.
Yes.
BX, DJ Kamish, DJ Korrek is here. We was just talking about, the homie Too Short.
Yeah. Oh no.
And we was talking about
wasn't
this.
Too Short.
We was talking about the song "Blow the Whistle." He said he heard it in Miami. I was like, I was playing it. I wish.
Yeah.
I was the first DJ in New York to start playing. I played that for like almost a year before people caught on to
DJ,
it.
you are king of the south of the city, so of course you would be the one to introduce
That was
to
well
New York.
before South of the City,
I'm
though.
just saying you would be but still it's something from wherever he's from, L.A.
Oakland.
West
He was from
Coast.
Oakland, but
Whatever.
at that time, and that's considered a hyphy record.
I mean,
But he was living in Atlanta at the time, though.
That
Yeah.
song is fire. I will give him that song, but an album?
I've never heard a Too Short album.
Oh, neither have I. So
sorry.
see, we can't do it. Can't do it.
Y'all
But
don't spend enough time out west. That's what this boils
I
down
don't
to.
spend it because the traffic is horrible out west.
mean-
However,
Traffic is horrible
I just
here.
gotta-
You a New Yorker talking about traffic?
yeah, because that LA traffic is worse than New York. I will never live in LA. Are you kidding? They have 8 lanes, 8 open lanes in one direction, and you're still in traffic for 3 hours.
I'm not a patient man.
See, moody, introvert, impatient. he got a
You
lot.
got them all. There
He
you
got-
go.
But
'em all.
before, I just have to say, we have a young lady in here who just came in, and her name is Sade, and she's a Nas fan. And she told me during the break, she said, oh, he has Uchiwali.
See?
Yeah, there
See?
we go.
Really?
I
See?
still play
Really?
that record
Really?
almost every party.
Really?
Every party.
That
Almost
was a good
everybody.
song, but I think, wasn't that what,
It's Braveheart's record. He was just
thank
one of
you.
those
It wasn't Nas by himself. Again, he had assists. He had assists.
It
They
don't
were,
matter.
Might got one there.
yeah, I can't,
It is what it is. He got records.
But back to our friend here. I have a question for you. For all the young DJs, do you mentor any up-and-coming young DJs? And if you do, what advice do you give them in regards to coming up in this DJ entertainment game?
I actually don't right now. I used to. When I was probably at the peak of my career.
Okay.
I used to have a couple of guys.
What do you mean? What do you mean at the peak?
Oh, I definitely had a peak, and I'm a realist. DJ game is still a young person's game, and I've been DJing 26 years this year, 26 years. So I still DJ every week, but not like 5 days a week anymore. Not the quote unquote hottest parties anymore.
They don't exist. That has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get that clear too.
Okay.
And this is for you too. But just because the game has changed doesn't mean that you've peaked out. If that makes any sense.
That makes sense.
Because for me, I was doing 5-6 nights a week. I'm not doing 5-6 nights a week. I'm probably doing like 2 or 3 now.
Yeah.
But I'm still DJ
But the
Kamish.
calendar is crazy.
I'm still DJ Kamish.
Yeah,
At
you
the end of the
still
day,
and-
you're still DJ Korrek.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate that. The love that I once had, I don't know if it's the industry or just the music in general. Like, there's not records that I get excited, like, oh, I can't wait to play this record.
Fair.
I used to be,
Fair.
like, I can't wait till 1:30 to play this record.
Fair.
Think about it, Kamish. What was the last record we had that you could play 3 times back to back? Like, just keep playing. Boom. and the crowd didn't skip a beat.
Not like us. That's it.
I don't even
And that
know
was the
that.
first. And that was the first one in like a few years. That might have been the first one. That might have been the first one past COVID.
I'll give you that one reluctantly.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it was probably Bobby Shmurda's record. Like, that was a record you could play on loop for like 10 straight minutes.
Which
and the
one?
crowd would,
That was the only one he had.
hot,
Oh, that.
you know.
That was 2014, and then 2 years later, I would give Young M.A. the same thing.
Yes.
I would give her the
That's-
same
that's
thing.
I
fair.
like Young
At least in New York. I
like
can't
Young
say
M.A.
for the rest of the country, but at least in New York, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Young and
We were arguing about that in the union one time in like a meeting, and I was like, there are no records that you could play. You could just keep playing them over and over, like Benjamin's, not to go that far back,
Yeah.
but like, you know, and the crowd would recite the lyrics 4 times in a row with no problem. Nobody's
Right.
looking at you crazy.
Right.
So, like, the fact that there aren't any records like that I enjoy, there's still records that come out that I like, but
Nothing that you
Yeah.
that you excited
microwave
over.
music.
Oh, okay. So I have a question since you were just mentioning Young M.A. Now, remember when she came out with her song, it was huge.
Yeah.
And she was offered the record deal. I don't know what happened with that. But do you think that you've ever had an opportunity that you let go or that you regret not following through? If there's one thing that you can change during your journey as a DJ, is there one?
there are opportunities that definitely, because I say no to a lot of parties.
Really?
I do. I notorious for it.
Why is that?
Either it's just, especially now, because it's just, I don't want to do it. You know, I have a 9 to 5 now, so it's not dependent on just DJing. So,
I did not know that.
yeah.
By the way, I thought you were.
nah.
Yeah.
I
Since when?
17.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
That was S1 again, who was like, that's a good idea. I think you should do it. And I was like, he's like, no, you're married, you got young kids. I think you should do it.
Right.
And he's like, you can still do both. People don't realize you can still do both.
Yeah, Legend still does both.
Yeah. Legend is
Yeah, and he
Legend has
was
been doing
that
both for years.
Yeah,
For years.
Legend
Yeah.
ain't playing. He's
Yeah.
not playing.
So
Him and Magic.
I didn't know Magic. I didn't know that.
Magic too. Yeah.
But going back to your question, I remember they had a party, Star Lounge, Chaotic Wednesdays.
yes.
And
yes.
Mac from BFE had the party, and he came to me first. And he was like, yo, I got this idea. I want to do it after work on Wednesdays. You know what I mean? You could come in, you could do it. We'll name the party around you, whatever. And I was like, no. And then a couple weeks later, I saw Chaotic Wednesday. They got Chaos, and that party took off like a rocket.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you would take that back and say yes?
I would definitely say yes. I would probably say yes to a lot of stuff that I didn't want to do just because I'm an introvert and I didn't want to associate with people like that.
Who's your favorite DJ out right now, other than yourself?
Oh, right now?
Yeah. Because I know you guys know a lot of DJs, so you know what? Who's your favorite DJ out of the union?
That's a tough
Probably
question.
the older guys, Self Will, Snatch, those guys probably are my.
Okay.
Because when I was DJing, but not as much, and just going to party, they were doing all the parties. Them, Kamish, because this guy used to open for him all the time. So those guys, yeah.
So this for both of you.
Yeah.
What is something that people don't know about the DJ industry and that world that's like a struggle, like the business side of it? Like what, because everyone thinks that, oh, I got a Serato, I got a laptop, I could do this, I can make some songs. What is the misconception of being a DJ, like a real DJ?
The misconception to me is that you can go to the store and buy a computer and you're all of a sudden the DJ. I do it all the time. Like I'm a person who don't hoard music.
Okay.
I don't.
Me neither.
So if people need something, I'll be like, here,
Just give them the music?
and just give them the music.
Not me.
I'll give them the music. I'll tell you why I give them the music. It doesn't affect DJ Kamish in any which way or form. All of that is up here. So, and it's how I carry myself and all that kind of stuff. So, I've had DJs I've given music to, and they'll try to come after me for my gigs.
You see?
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, But that's not gonna happen.
Right, because the business side, you got
Especially in the last 15 years because I made all of my joints. So you definitely not coming after me. Like, but I'm gonna still give you this music. Here, hold that.
I don't give
Figure
the
it out
music
your own way.
out because I'll give it to you if you've looked around and you can't find it and you're like, yeah, I really need this record, which I don't know how somebody could be looking for a record and can't find it now. But because I want you to understand the hunt. Like, I used to go on dates to rock and soul with my girl, wife, you know, and be like, before we go to this movie, I'm gonna go buy some records. And it was a hunt to actually, you know, there's an appreciation to building a catalog. So that's why I don't really give them out like that. If you can't get it, I got you, but go hunting for a little bit and come back.
You still got your records?
I do. All of them. They're in my mother's basement, but I still,
everybody stores their records in their mom's, and he don't have any of his records.
No, I don't have any of my records.
got rid of all your
I
records?
got rid of my records.
He's
Sure,
not
I
trying
got
to
rid of my records shortly after I got Serato in 2004.
He was not trying to
I'm about
carry.
to do a vinyl party.
So I was just about to ask you because that is the next wave, right? Like, I have a couple of friends who have spots, one in Miami, one in Chicago, who they have vinyl spots, and they like, Kamish, man, just get a box of 45s and come on out here and rock. And I'm like, all right. Which I am shopping, by the way.
There you go.
But
Good for you. Kamish.
but
I'm so proud of you.
please,
Good job.
I'm not doing that. Will
You're not
not talked
carrying
about
the
that.
crates?
I'm not
You're
doing
not
the 8
carrying the
boxes of
crates?
records.
Nah,
You're not doing
Not
that.
carrying the crates?
No, not anymore. Like I was very angry when they made that switch from CD to vinyl because everybody that was in the crowd went on the stage now because it just became accessible
Yeah.
to everybody to do it. You didn't have to put in no work to become a DJ. You just,
Yeah.
like you said,
Download
buy
the
like,
music, yeah.
You know, there was no, it cost. A vinyl was $5. Like if you didn't have access like Kabish to the record labels, you had to go and buy these things. And it was one record, $5.
I mean, so I had access to the new music, right? Because of me being in college and having the connections to the record labels. But you wasn't getting no classics
Yeah,
unless
you
you was,
signed
you know what I'm saying? You weren't getting no classics. You had to go, you know, that was A1, that was, you know, King George or whoever you had to go to, Rock and Soul, you know, B Street, like, you know what I mean? You
All
had
these
to
stores.
go out to Queens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a thing. Like, especially it was more the classics, and it's still happening now. Like this whole
Oh, that's a collection thing now.
yeah,
It's a big thing.
the whole rush to go vinyl again, and it's just for that.
Let's not go crazy with that.
Yeah, like
Well, let's my take on that is the streaming isn't paying and the artist is like, we're not getting this money. So they make money off the actual sale of the albums and the CDs like back in the days. They're not getting that. Look how you have to sell millions just to make a few dollars. You have to stream millions, just to make a few dollars.
this is true, but there's a certain level of new music that's being put out there on vinyl. Most of this is just a hunt for the old stuff.
Yeah.
So you're basically buying recycled stuff.
I can't. The last record I probably bought was We Fly High. I think that was the last.
You had that on
Jim
vinyl?
Jones?
Yeah, I got that on vinyl.
Wow.
That was the last vinyl I think I bought.
Well, I just
Wow.
bought a vinyl album and it didn't cost me $5. It cost me $40.
Yeah,
I would-
see?
It was Usher's 20-year anniversary for the
Yeah,
Confessions album.
I'm
I
not
still
doing that.
got that. I got the promo one though. With like that's the one with Bad Girl on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the promo. It was like 8 songs on
Man,
it.
I threw that out. That was one of the last vinyls that I got before switching to
You threw
Serato.
away Usher?
I threw that out.
You threw
I
away
shouldn't
Usher?
have thrown it out, but
You
I
shouldn't
did.
have thrown away Usher. It's Usher. How could you do such a thing? You
Listen,
know what? On that note, we're going to take a break because I can't take Kamish today.
I was over the vinyl. I was over it. I'm still over it.
Oh, my goodness. When we get back, we're going to close out with our DJ Korrek. It's your girl BX and DJ Kamish outside the booth. We'll be right back.
Clear. I don't hate vinyl. I'm just not carrying that no more.
He's not going
Let me
back.
ask you a question. If you go walk into the spot and you see 1200, you getting on there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But he's
I have
not
my
bringing
phase.
it
I have my. You ever seen the phase?
Yeah.
I have that.
And
I bought that. I bought phase during COVID. I think I've used it one time on this coast, on this side of the country. One time. The only time I use it is when I'm out west. Because
They
everybody
still
still
on
has
the vibe,
turntables
yeah.
out west.
You're still on that.
They still on that. Out here is all controllers. The South and Midwest, forget it. There's nothing but controllers. They don't even have
Really?
CDJs. Nah, they don't have CDJs no more.
But most spots, like they're phasing out the CDJs. A lot of spots I go to now, they're
Have
all
controllers.
controllers.
They're all controllers. The club owners is like, yo, this is
It's cheaper.
it's much cheaper.
Yep.
A CDJ, I'll run you $2,000
Yeah.
each. I can get this controller for $2,000.
Yep.
So since you have so many vinyl records, when are you going to throw this vinyl party you just mentioned?
Who was I talking to about this? Was it Goldfinger? No, it was Pleasure. Maybe Pleasure. I was talking.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to my man DJ Pleasure.
Yeah. We gotta get him on the show too.
Yeah.
We were talking about it. Yeah. I gotta go there and like because I left them all unorganized, so I didn't put them back in the jackets when I was burning them to the CD. So they're just.
So that's gonna take you a couple of months.
Yes. Yeah.
I have a question. It has to do with you guys being in the union. What is the best thing that you appreciate about being a union DJ? Like, what do you love about?
That's a good question.
What
is the
about-
major difference between before being in the union and afterwards?
Well, for me, it's when I wasn't in. It's from like the outside looking in on the industry. When I got in, it was like you get it from the industry perspective, like things that I wasn't familiar with the record labels and all those things, like the opportunities. Like I got in there and automatically I was DJing for Nike. Footy hooked that up for me, like, yo, got some stuff going on at Nike. They need a DJ. I think you fit. Boom. And he put me and Omanaya there, quick, just like that. So the opportunities for other things, industry things came when I joined. Also, I was also opening a lot of parties before, and when I joined, I became the headliner. Yeah, like Katra Friday nights, I became the headliner. You know,
Okay.
so that was significant for me, and the sharing of knowledge. You know what I mean, between the DJs, that was important. Like, if we want to move it on a spot, you move it in as a team, not just one person.
Right.
You understand?
I like that whole like it's like a brotherhood, sisterhood. Are there women in the union?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've been trying to get the women up here. We finally have one of the women DJs coming up here.
Okay.
So I'm excited to meet her and get to know her. So, you know, because there are ladies out here doing the damn.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Absolutely.
It's a lot.
There's
It's
a
just
lot.
that, but they're so busy. They're so busy.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it's a great thing. But I mean, I want them to come up here. It's just my selfish side.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's my selfish side. So how are you with people making requests at a party, like myself? I want to hear my song.
I'm not that bad. Like,
You're not bad?
I will.
He's
I
not
will,
taking any requests.
I told you I used to open for this guy, so I've seen him in action. I'm okay if as long as it's within what I'm doing. I'll tell you. I'll try to get it on. Like no promises. Like I don't want your money.
Okay.
Like I'm not taking your money because if you don't play it, then they're coming back. Yo, you took my money. You didn't play my. Nope. I don't want your money. If I could get it on, I'll get it on. Nowadays, it's weird because promoters will come to you, bottles are coming out, and it's 11:30, and they're like, put on. They're not like us, and I'm like, but it's 11:30.
Right.
And before I would make a big deal about it, but now I'm just like, okay,
Whatever. Yeah.
whatever. It's not my party.
Right.
That's
don't
my
care.
attitude towards everything now. Like, turn on the music. It's not my party.
Right.
Because if it's my party, then it's gonna be different. Then I'm gonna give you hell. Because I used to give promoters and club owners hell. I used to get banned from clubs. Yeah.
You were banned from clubs?
Oh, I was banned from.
Why? Why were you banned?
Because I can be a little unruly when pushed.
He said
DL
ignores
was one.
everybody.
I got banned from DL.
Really?
Yeah, I got banned from
For
DL.
how long? Forever?
No, they eventually let me back in.
I got kicked out of DL once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and now that I think about it,
were
and that
doing
was
some foul
recent
stuff,
too.
And I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think
And
that was.
I called them out on it on the mic.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. I'm used to
Like,
that
he
too.
can't come back here.
I'm
Get
used to that
outta
too.
here.
I'm used to that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out to all his sort of flavors. He was like, he fought for me to get back in there because he's like, I'm not doing the party without him.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. 'Cause
That's nice.
He's like, all right.
So do you have up and coming artists come and bring you music? Like how is that when you have an artist say, hey, can you play my song? Do you listen to it before you
I
say
have to
no?
listen
Or do
to
you
it.
say no?
I have to listen to it.
Or do you just say no?
Let me listen to it, and if I can fit it into what I'm doing, I'll
See,
get
that's
it on.
fair.
If I can fit it in, because I think newer music should always be played in parties. Like I think it's very important. Can't just stick on the old stuff. We have to play newer music. Newer artists need to come out and be heard. But there's a time and a place for
everything,
everything.
yeah.
Not at 1:30 when we're playing. They not like us. Right
Yeah.
behind it, you want to hear your record. No, you're going to bring all the energy out of the room because they don't know that record.
Okay.
So time and place. Come early, come late. You can get your record on. The crowd can actually listen to it and hear it. You know. So I try to work with them. You know, I'm not a jerk about it.
I know that's right.
I would prefer artists to come early. Like
In the beginning
I'm
of the
gonna
party?
I'm gonna tell y'all a quick DJ story, and you were not there, but you was around. Honey Lounge.
I
You remember Honey Lounge?
Yes.
I had a residency there.
Yeah.
Really? How long?
I was there on Thursdays.
Yep.
For years.
Yeah.
I did that party for a long time. Shout to Eddie Shades.
Yep.
He's always
I
It was
did
the
that.
same party, but I think I was one of the DJs that started that party.
Probably because I came on probably a little later, maybe 12 or 13. I can't remember what year it was, but
So
one on 14th, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So this was like I want to say this was 2009 or something like that. Miguel had a record.
Which one?
He had a record
How
with
many
J.
drinks?
Cole.
Oh, I still
Oh, I
play
remember
that
that.
record.
That song is a classic.
Yes. J. Cole killed it.
Yeah,
Nobody
you
knew
can
who
still play
nobody
that.
knew who Miguel was.
Yeah.
But you could play it in the club.
You could play it in the club.
Can't play now.
But- Oh please. But Miguel was
I'm just playing.
I remember it was Ron. Shout out to Ron Stewart. Ron Stewart bought Miguel.
Shout out to Ron.
Miguel was signed to RCA at the time, if I'm correct, and he brought Miguel to the club. It was after work, and you know, I was already playing his joint, but I didn't realize that was him because I'd never seen a picture.
Okay.
You know, I don't watch videos or anything like that.
Right.
So when Ron came, he came with him. I was like, oh, this is dope. But he came out. But at that time, that song was being played on pop radio.
Really?
That song took off on pop radio. So in New York, for people who know radio stations in New York, it was
KTU.
KTU was playing that record.
Wow.
Heavy. That song got broken by KTU, not hip hop.
That's crazy.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And when we was playing at Honey Lounge, we were like among the first in the urban market to even have exposure for him
Wow.
to that song.
Wow. Did he
But it was
perform that
already
night?
on fire.
Did he perform at that party?
He did not. He did not. He didn't have to though.
Yeah, because
He didn't have to. Just being there
yeah.
was enough.
was enough.
Yeah.
And you know, I remember him coming up to me because I think CEO was there. I think we split. And I remember him coming up to me like, "Yo, thank you for playing this record, man. Like,
Oh, that's dope.
you know, I'm trying to gauge." He's like, he was trying to gauge. You know, he seemed a little nervous about it, like he didn't know how that record was going to do.
It's funny because that record should have did way better in the urban market than it actually did.
It didn't get the support in the
Yeah.
beginning, but if it wasn't for whoever was at KTU at the time, if it wasn't for them, that record may not have taken off the way it did.
I still play it on an early vibe, maybe
To
like
this
an
day.
after work vibe. Yeah, I still play it.
To this day, I still play it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you before we go.
Sure.
What advice would you give to a young DJ Korrek?
Good question.
Handle your business better. Handle the business side of it way better. Like I never paid attention to the business. I always either had a manager, which was Jamar, Young Jay, shout to Young Jay, or Eddie Shades as well, Mac, you know, all these SWAT. Like I always had promoters looking out for me and handling business for me, but I never did the business end the way I should have. So that's the advice that I would definitely go back and give myself.
Do you think you should have not had managers and had handled that stuff earlier? Or do
I
you
didn't
think
have the personality to handle it. Like I'm not reaching out to people. You know, you need somebody to do that kind of stuff for you. And I like.
Yo, it's hard. It's hard.
I see guys do it now. Like guys, you know, they do it with no. Like you were asking like the certain things about the business, and like the crazy thing that I see is like how backstabbing it could be. Like it's a really cutthroat business. Like I've seen some of the shystiest things like DJs do. Like
Really?
like I would never tell a promoter not to book a DJ ever, 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 ever. Whether I like him, whether I don't, like that's his experience. You deal with him. But
Yeah.
I've seen guys like, no, don't book him. Book him.
Wow.
Yeah,
I believe that.
It's a very behind the scenes, just dirty business. Yeah.
So what's up next for DJ Korrek? What parties, events, and everything you have going on? Because I follow you, obviously, and I see you have this big trip going on in July for Panama.
Oh yes, shout to the Dream Team DJs, Pleasure, Goldfinger, Chaos. Who else is there? Legend. Legend will be there as well. DJ Ace, crowd motivator.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's July 17th to
Panama,
the 21st.
yo, come out and rock with us, man. That's gonna
my
be.
son's birthday.
Is it Panama City?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Have you ever been?
I've never been. Like, I just started traveling like that because I wasn't always a citizen. So it was hard. I had a Caribbean passport. So you have to get visas.
You got your citizenship now because ICE is outside.
outside.
ICE is outside.
So I'm traveling a lot more, though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good. So
You're going to love Panama City. Really
Yeah.
dope. It's like, well, let me ask you this. Do you like Miami?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Panama City looks like a bigger Miami.
Okay.
It looks like it.
it's a party city. It's
when
a
you
party
fly in,
city.
when you fly in, it looks like Miami. You're like, oh, it looks like Miami, but
It's a party
I
city.
haven't
I've
done
heard
one of
about
these in a
it.
while, so I'm gonna enjoy it. I haven't done one of these in a while, in a couple of years. So I'm gonna enjoy it.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
nice.
have
I might go to that because that's my son's birthday weekend.
nice.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah. So let everybody know where they can follow you, reach you, book you.
DJ Korrek, KORREK. Make sure we spell it right on all my social media. So that's the way you can get in touch with me if you need to book me. I got residencies at right now 95 South in Brooklyn. I'm there every first Friday, second Saturday. I got Row House. That's third Fridays, I believe. I'm also in the Bronx, a spot called The Cuddy. Shout to them once a month. I got Agendas Brunch once a month. I got a bunch of once a months. That's how I set my calendar up.
I was living like that for like years.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I get.
So
I don't want to be
that's a good
anywhere every week.
Yeah,
Not one
yeah.
spot. I don't want to ever do that again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay, well, you guys make sure that you follow DJ Korrek. Make sure you follow me, your girl BX, at BX for real, at DJ Commish, and our boy who's always busy, DJ Knuckles. He's going to be at the next show. Big shout out to Thotty at home. Feel better, my friend. Thank you, Sebastian, for stepping in. The Matrix Studios.
I wanted to say one thing real quick. I just wanted to shout out my kids,
Yes.
Morgan and Tiffany and the wife. Morgan and Lucas, my son, and my wife Tiffany, because my kids, if I don't shout them out, they're gonna kill me.
Oh yeah, don't kill
Listen,
Dad.
we don't want no problems. We don't want no problems.
Smoke. We don't
Shout
want
to
the
the
We
kids.
smoke
actually
with
want to
the
see
kids.
him again.
Yes. We don't want no smoke with
I got
the
that in.
family.
I got it in.
But speaking of kids, my son, at Zay Cinco, his album just dropped today.
Oh wow.
Punched In. Because you know he has his brand with his hats, put your hours in.
that's
So the
what's
name of his album that he just released is
creative.
Punched In. Because he's always working, always putting his hours in, so he stays punched in. So y'all make sure y'all check out at Zay Cinco, his album. And to my baby boy Jaden is turning 21 on February 12th.
That's the day after my birthday.
Same day as DJ Knuckles.
Yeah.
So
Same
the
day.
Aquarius is in the building.
Yeah.
My birthday is the 18th. And we will
Wow.
be here.
Yeah.
And we will be here in studio celebrating my birthday on our next show. So I can't wait. I'm coming in with the whole, no tiara. I can't do the tiara. I can't stand seeing grown women.
We're not doing that.
Wearing sashes and tiaras.
I'm not sitting next to
sorry
nobody wearing a tiara.
for everybody that does it, but I just
They're
can't
about to
do
come
it.
after you.
It just gives me Miss America pageant, I've just never liked it for myself.
Okay.
I mean, it looks cute when I see them doing it. It's like,
No, it doesn't.
it looks cute when they do it.
You look crazy. I'm looking right at you. You look crazy.
No. I can understand it for photo shoots and stuff like that, but going to a party, and a club,
I see.
Like,
I've been seeing it
the
for
women
years.
at the women in Vegas when they
You
do
see
it for
you
their
see it every
bride
week.
to be,
Yeah.
the bride to be things. I'm like,
I get it though. I mean, I get it.
when it's
get
the
it.
loud ones, I don't like the loud,
Ugh.
the loud sashes and the
Your
over.
birthday.
People can be. I guess people can be obnoxious on their birthday if they want
Oh,
to.
yes.
I just
I'm
celebrate
a
my
proponent
birthday
of
every
that.
weekend of the month. I mean, I don't do too much.
See, there we go.
I'm celebrating my birthday at 2,000 watts. Tell everybody about your party.
I'm coming. When is it?
It's Saturday, February 22nd. I'm doing a little bit of a later start. I'm doing like a 7 to 11.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Listen.
can't wait.
Where you doing it at?
Do Supper Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do Supper Club. One of the few spots that's left open in New York City
Yeah.
right now.
They got a great
Which
sound
is
system.
wow.
in there.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Are you spending on your birthday or are you just
Yes, I
celebrating?
am.
I can't
Yes,
wait.
I am.
I'm
Yes,
going
I
to
am.
come to the DJ booth and I'm making a
Now,
request.
see?
You see?
You got to put a security guard there.
Yeah.
I
Oh
am
no,
the
well, I
security
will
guard.
have security. I will have security. So 2,000 watts is literally an all 2000s party. So
Dope.
I don't start anything from
The
anything
90s.
before January 1st, 2000 does not exist.
Gotta do your research then, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and if anybody knows me, or if you've ever been to 2,000 watts, or if you ever been to South in the City,
He
I'm a
sticks to the
I'm a
theme.
stickler. I stick to the theme.
He sticks to
So
the theme.
so it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
fun. So if you're about that 2000 life, or the reason why I really did this party and started doing this party back in 2016 was because, and now it means more to me now is because I started in the clubs in 2000.
Oh, okay.
So this is my whole career.
Wow.
That's nice.
Really. This is my whole career. Like I played all of these records. I was here and present and
For
playing all these records.
25 years, not 20. Not 20, 25.
It's 25 years.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So yeah.
So happy birthday to Kamish early. Happy birthday, bro.
Appreciate it.
Well, it's your girl BX, DJ Kamish, DJ Korrek. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you guys
through.
for
We
having me. I had
enjoyed
an
you so
amazing
much.
time.
Of course.
Thank
of
you
course.
so much. We are outside the booth. Make sure y'all follow us and like us. Give us 5 stars.
All right. We out.
We
Later,
out.
y'all.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.